Welcome everyone to Memorial Stadium in Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Looking to pass, it's Mendoza. He's got him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback.
Breaks into the open. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hoosiers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got
not bad.
All juiced up.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense in a split backfield. They'll leave it with him. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. Might be calling a hot route. The play action fake. Takes a hit as he fired. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Back to throw. It's Manning. Under fire. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. First down and more. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Indiana. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. We just didn't have it there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Sends it downfield, and it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
What we saw earlier in the game, after not getting it on 3rd, going for it on 4th down and having success, so you got to wonder, after that incompletion, are they going to try that again and stay aggressive here on 4th?
They're throwing for it on 4th down, and the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point of going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosier! And they take it in for 6 more points.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the 2nd quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Give to the running back. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Back to throw, it's Manning. He fires to the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the 1st quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Shows him the stiff arm. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see that.
That's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
The give out of the gun. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry up.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Motion from the back. To the air. It's Manning. Makes the grab. It's Wingo. Oh, it's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. Somehow. Who knows how they got that thing back?
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Number 5.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's the give off the left side. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration. So my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field.
He's loose. He's at the 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football. Good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football. Finishing the run, he gets knocked out of bounds. But
and here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Indiana.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Manning. He put some heat on that one down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working.
Makes the grab plenty for the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there?
Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And that's just the force by the quarterback. They're throwing it into cover 3. It's a zone coverage. And if you're going to try to throw it deep down the middle, you need another route to occupy the safety. And
he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into half.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Texas offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy
going for it all. Brings it down on the right side. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. Quarterback making checks. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out first drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Plows through the defense. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. On first down from their own 22. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.